Alright, so today we have the PlayStation Pulse Elite, the first ever gaming headset I'm going to review, and definitely not the last. So let's talk about it. So right off the bat, this is the Midnight Black Edition. So it has this really nice finish fabric carrying case or bag, and inside you have the headset and this little compartment to hold the PlayStation Link, Type-C cables, and this little charging clamp or adapter, and that's about it. So it's worth mentioning that the Midnight Black Edition is the only one that comes with the carrying case, so the original Pulse Elite does not. It just comes in the box, the headset, and every other accessories inside. So how does this feel design-wise? The best explanation I can give to this is really cheap but premium plastic, if there's anything like that. It's good plastic. You have the adjustable headbands to make sure it sits properly on your head, and the air cushions are really soft. But I have a problem with them, and more on that in a sec. You have the volume controls, power on and off, Type-C connector, and a headphone jack. For some reason, I don't know why you need a headphone jack for wireless headsets, but leave a comment if you do. So now the cushions are like the only thing I have a problem with this headset. It's soft, it's made out of leather, but I wonder how well they will hold up. You can replace them, but if you want them to last longer, I wouldn't advise you keep them out or use them as daily drivers. So because they're so soft and made out of leather, I think they would suffer from wear and tear easily. But these are still new ones, so let's see how it fares later in the year. But again, I would still advise don't expose them to sunlight or use them in the gym because you can get sweaty and again, wear and tear. But use them for what they actually are, gaming headsets. So use them mainly for gaming or listening to music on your phone or Mac because it connects to Bluetooth and you can just easily connect them to your iPhone or Mac. But first impressions, when I first put these things on, they felt like I went deaf for a couple of seconds. So they don't have active noise cancellation, so that was definitely a first feeling. And the good thing about it is because of how soft the cushions are, you can easily get away with playing games for hours because it's not going to hurt your ears, unlike some heavy headphones I own. But it's super great, but we need to talk about what it feels like when you're actually playing a game with this headset. If I use this for the first time and someone asked me to rate it after a couple of hours of gaming, instantly I would give it a 9 over 10. But why? I used it to play games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, FIFA, MK, and they all give you different experiences. Now, the best way I can explain this feeling is with this phrase, immerse yourself, because it feels like they've just put you in a room or in a box and everything is so sound treated. It's just you, the TV, and whatever game you're playing. So it doesn't completely remove you from the world if you have them on because of this feature called side tone volume. A bunch of other features that you can adjust in setting, but let's be honest, if you ever get a headphone, gaming headset, the most things you'd have to adjust for the most part would be the volume. And we cannot forget spatial audio on this thing. It's just excellent. Just like I said, different games, different experiences. I play Call of Duty on this and you could hear how someone's footstep would just approach you from behind, or the plane when it's passing from a distance, you could hear it from the distance, then it just flies by, goes from one ear to the other. That's really cool. And also the mics on this thing, so you can find it just at the left side of the headset and it's pretty good. You really don't have to worry about how you sound whenever you're in a party or chat room or in a game with your friends. And yeah, so we also have to talk about the battery on this thing. So it's not like I sat down hours and hours just gaming on this thing. I probably used it for like a week, and in that week I've used it for 3 hours. I've seen a couple of reviews that say it lasts about 7-ish hours, so let's just say 3, and the other times I've used it just to test and review the thing. It's still full right now, so I would say it's pretty good, decent. So a couple of things to note, and first is with the PlayStation Link. So if you have the original PS5, you're familiar with the 2 Type A slots at the back. If you happen to plug the link at the back, when you game, the console emits so much heat that it literally shuts off and disconnects the headsets. So you should be aware of that. And so the best thing to do is just to plug the link in the front port and never have to worry about your headset going off or disconnecting in the middle of a game. The second thing is the price. So today, if you want to pick up one of these, it costs about $150. So would I recommend it? So first, there might be a group of people in the comments that would say the Pulse Elite is too expensive and there are cheaper headsets that might be better or just as good as this. And that might be true. But I would argue that when a particular accessory is built for a device, that accessory tends to work really well with the device it's built for. So take for instance the AirPods. If you connect the AirPods to your iPhone, it works seamlessly well. You have a couple of other features that you wouldn't usually get if you connect it with an Android device. And so it's the same case here. These are really good headphones because Sony has done everything possible to make sure it sounds and feels good. Unlike when you get a different headset from a company and it doesn't really integrate well with the PS5. Every feature on this thing is supposed to just work as they should. Are they the best headsets to use for your phones or Mac? Not entirely, but they're also not the worst. And so please get subscribed and drop a like if this was helpful. Also leave a comment on what headset you think I should try next. I'm X2Excel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.